So, in this video, I kind of want to talk about something. I just recently realized my main channel, I was subscribed to the HANGAR, aka Jeremiah Youmans, aka Clarky, and then whatever number, I don't remember. It seems that his channel has been deleted, or he deleted his channel, or YouTube deleted his channel, or it's privated. I have no idea what happened. But the point of the matter is, my main channel was subscribed to his channel and I would get regular updates. And now I'm not seeing anything anymore in my notification feed. So I assume he deleted his channel, or YouTube deleted his channel for whatever reason. Maybe there was a mass report of fraud or misinformation, and YouTube is very sensitive to pick up on that. So when people do send those things out, then YouTube is going to do some research. At least, the algorithm, the AI is going to check out his channel and review it. Now, I've talked to Clarky before. I've talked to Jeremiah Youmans before. He's been on live streams of mine when he only had 500 subscribers. And it's interesting that lately I did watch some clips and parts of his videos and his live streams. I didn't go through everything because he was on repeat mode and he would blame his senile condition for that. I don't know, because I'm not a medical doctor. I can't make those type of statements that it's facts or not, that it's the reason. But I noticed that this community was pretty much getting divided because of certain things that he told or said or admitted during videos and live streams. For example, something of a military position he used to have or has. Also something about like being, affiliated with some type of New York mobs. I'm not sure. I can't go into detail because I'm not sure, but I remember him mentioning it several times throughout any type of video or any type of content he put out there. But I never thought that much about it. I mean, it's only people that have been in that part of the world, have been in that industry, have been in a subcategory of society that can actually speak out. And since I'm not affiliated with any of those things, I'm not qualified enough to talk about it. But I know there are many that were part of his community that wanted to speak out because they called him on a lie, apparently. Now, what I want to add to it, because I'm more into human psychology, sociology, and culture, is that I realized a pattern. First of all, he is way beyond mid-50s, so he's pushing 60s. He always said he was 57. And what I noticed is that with my grandfather, using him as an example, that he used to, first of all, he used to also present himself way younger on online profiles, and when dating or talking to women, he would always knock down literally decades of his age just to appear more attractive. And the same thing goes for, wearing a wig, a toupee, a hairpiece. Same thing goes for using AI pictures to appear completely like a different person, and basically baiting and tricking people into projecting yourself in a way that you're actually not, because of whatever type of insecurity, or because you just want to appear better than you actually are in life. Either way, the point is that I start seeing this pattern. And I start thinking about it. It's like I've seen this before, a man reaching a certain age and start doing these weird things. You could kind of say like it's like a midlife crisis, sort of. But then the reason is, what is the motivation? Why is the person doing it? That's the question you should ask yourself. What is the end goal? And my grandfather, equally, just like Jeremiah, used to brag about the fact that he used to be an F-16 pilot. But he's never done any of that. He never had any type of military experience. He basically just took a picture, a selfie in a cockpit of an F-16, and he used pictures that he found online and then pretended it was him by reposting it on Facebook, while you couldn't really tell it was him. So that's also lying, deceiving, and abusing people's trust, especially if you're building a community online. So I started seeing a similar pattern, and a lot of people in my family back then called him out for that he had to stop, that's not okay, especially not involve other people, like your parents or your children or whatever, in this type of lying, this type of scamming scenario. And I personally think Jeremiah, in all respect, was doing the same thing. And the thing with YouTube is, or online content or online communities, or that you will be caught out for lying if you're lying, and it's just a matter of time before people are going to do some personal research. There's a lot of information out there. The more you put online, the more people can find out. And you don't have to be an IT expert or a software engineer to figure these things out. Anybody can do some research. If you got Facebook, if you got Instagram, if you got TikTok, if you got YouTube, everything is connected. Everything can be ran through, and people can find some dirty laundry and use that against you if they have ill intent, or just to expose you if you've been a dishonest person. And I'm not gonna side by anyone, because in this situation, I specifically want to focus on why he did what he did, why did he say what he said, and why people are mad and angry at this point of time. Because I personally think it has to do with a human being, an older man, a single older man that lost his wife, that still cares for his father, that goes to church, that, you know, there's all these things that would be perceived as good, positive, and wholesome, and being genuine. But at the same time, there is a flip side to it, because there were moments in time that he would talk and speak and say stuff like, for example, you know, subscribers on YouTube, that's just a number. Followers are just a number. It's a vanity thing. It's a vanity symbol. And then people would agree with him, and some people would disagree with him. But at the same time, literally a couple of videos further on in time, close to the one that he posted when he was proclaiming this, stating this fact, he would be like, oh, you know, I've never experienced this Insta fame, you know, from 500 to 5,000 subscribers, we were heading to 6,000, we were heading to 7,000. He was constantly bragging about the amount of subscribers and attention he was getting. And that's something I want to add to it as well. My grandfather also loved and the attention he got online from people all over the world. He craved it, he needed, he bathed in it. It was like his oxygen. And I've seen that before with older celebrities that were 60, 70, and 80 from where I live, in neighboring countries that would be locally well known, even internationally, depending on their music style. But they would also love to be in the lens of a camera, and they would crave the attention. And it's something you would normally see with younger people using social media, that they just need the attention to be able to function as a human being. But older people seem to have the same problem, especially men. It seems that at a certain point they feel that they're irrelevant because of their age, and they get replaced by other men, and they're not attractive anymore. And then that's the only way that they can still remain relevant. It's like they want to reinvent themselves, they want to relive the glory days. And blaming on being senile, blaming on age, blaming on any type of medical or mental condition. It could also, some people even would mention that it had to do with the loss of his recently deceased wife. Like, I'm not a medical expert. I'm just a guy that has a strong background in psychology, sociology, culture, and ethics, and all these things. So I have deeper insight in analyzing these situations. And for me, the only thing that I care about is to unravel and uncover what the hell is going on, so that people that he left behind in the cold, in the shadows, with many questions, get an answer. You know, we got to figure it out. It's not only good for the people, for the community, but it's also good for himself if he might see this type of content. So he might rethink his actions, because we all make mistakes in life, you know, even if you don't do it on purpose. But the point is, if you're doing something with a certain type of intention, and you know that it can go either way, you got to stand up, you got to man up. And I personally think that he did deliberately delete his channel because he was afraid, he was scared for the consequences that would follow. Because things like stolen valor, for example, people don't take lightly to that. And I do completely agree with that. I don't think anybody should be posing as some type of ex-military, an ex-veteran or whatever, just to get the benefits or the respect of the community, of the people. It's more an American thing. You don't see that where I live. It's not that big of a deal. It's only with like Memorial Day and all that stuff and D-Day that they do get highlighted. But in general, people don't use it or take advantage of it. And I see that a lot happening online. That happens in America, that people just want to exploit that for selfish gain. And I do understand when people get upset and are angry and want to rectify that, because it's a dishonor and a disgrace, and you shouldn't do those things. You should really think about what the hell you're doing if you want to do it, but just don't do it at all. Especially a man of older age shouldn't be dabbling in that stuff. And then secondly, the other thing was about the whole mob lifestyle. I mean, everybody plays GTA, everybody plays Mafia 2, 3, 4, whatever. Everybody played some type of game of love to watch the Gangs of New York and knows what it is, these type of things, you know, old school mob type of relations. Who didn't watch a documentary of Al Capone back in the days? But the point, if you want to associate, that's also dangerous, because what goes around comes around. And if you want to proclaim you're a triad, you're Yakuza, you know, you're anything of your Gang of New York, whatever type of thing, it's gonna haunt you, because real people that have lived that life or are active in that life, they're gonna see it and they're gonna call you out, and you can get in big trouble with that. And it's not a game. And if you're at that age, you should realize that don't mess around with those things. Either way, you're gonna trigger something, a response, and you're not gonna be able to deal with it. And that's the worst, because nobody wants another person to suffer negative consequences for stupid decisions or actions or proclamations. And that's why I wanted to make this video. This is just a call out, a shout out to the community, the ex-community of Jeremiah Youmans, aka the HANGAR, aka Clarky, because I've been in close contact with him from the beginning when he had between 300 and 500 subscribers. And I just wanted to make this video just as a quick update, because I was shocked and surprised once I tried to Google his YouTube channel and I can't find it. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So hopefully it helps to inform the community, and hopefully I can contribute a little bit, because I know it's important and I care, because I was from the beginning on semi-invested, but I was more in the person because we talked, you know, we did talk on a regular, just low-key. So if you see this, thank you for watching, and let me know what your thoughts are, and, you know, just share whatever you want to share, because I also want to know, I need to be updated on this matter. Take care.